HEAT4U project, gas absorption heat pump solution for existing residential buildings. So we are in this domain. How we are going to understand better what is this technology, which kind of opportunity it discloses, how the project work, and the opportunity I was saying that this technology disclosed for industries because it's a technology that allow European industry to become more competitive because they require less energy. It's an opportunity for the industry that build this kind of technology. We are going to understand which are the perspective about the research. And then we are going to understand which are the implications for the gas industry.
We hope that these technologies will be adopted by many states in Europe.
That we draw up a protocol in order to create a lab measuring cooling and heating system, gap system specifically. One testing group will be on a gas absorption heat pump for residential housing manufactured in Italy, and it's at the center of this conference and this European research project coordinated by Robo. We are on your side as for technological development. I do believe that gas absorption pumps are very important. It can be used by those who wish to improve the efficiency in their buildings.
That it's our interest and your interest as a whole to provide certain rules, reliable rules, identify instruments that facilitate the dissemination of new appliances.
This technology does not compete against existing solutions such as solar panels or gas-fired boilers, but rather integrates and optimizes them and elevates them to a higher level of efficiency. It is in our shared interest to push ahead this technology and to pave the way for its introduction in the European markets for heating system. That's also the reason why we work already for a number of years together with Robur. We are committed to this goal and we are prepared to make further investments in this technology. Our commitment is reinforced by the fact that the European Union has recognized the potential inherent in this technology.
There is a challenge in Europe, which is indeed the amount of energy which is used in the existing buildings. In particular, the construction industry is responsible for 40% of the energy consumption and 36% of the CO2. We heard these numbers, which are substantially similar across the different countries in Europe. The key element is this building stock evolve very slowly. There is approximately 1% per year of new buildings, and is approximately 2% of renovation, deep renovation of buildings. And is only 5% of the heating system which is updated on our existing building stock. So this creates a system which is slowly evolving, and if we have urgent needs, this doesn't match our expectation. In addition, we know that 60% of the existing building is residential. So we need to address the quality of this heating system. We need to find solutions for the families. The other key element is that this existing building stock has a poor performance in terms of efficiency. We need to highlight that heat pumps have been considered, and are indeed considered today, as one of the technology that do have the density of power and energy to address this issue, because in few square meters or few cubic meters they can deliver the real power that is needed to heat a building. The lack of focus on the existing buildings is what is really creating a gap, and something that needs to be addressed. The European Commission also emphasized another key important message. It's not only a matter of creating an efficient system or actually an efficient technology. It's a matter of taking this technology to the market by creating all the different, let's say, accessories, functionalities, and overcoming all of those non-technological barriers that can prevent the technology to succeed in the market. Who is going to benefit from this technology? Definitely the end users. The end users will see a very cost-effective way to bring renewable energy and improving the efficiency of their existing buildings. They will benefit also because there will be a significant reduction in the cost of running their heating system. Heating manufacturers will benefit from a technology which can be seen as an evolution of regular gas boilers. So this transition into a gas absorption heat pump is something that will be less traumatic for the gas industry, and in particular for the service organization. Installers and planners will have the opportunity to comply with a growing number of requirements from the European legislation and local legislation in terms of renewable energy and efficiency. But even utilities will benefit from this. Gas utilities will be able to convey the message that gas is now a vector to bring renewable energy within your home in a very cost-effective way. I believe that energy policymaker and member state in general will benefit from a technology that will not impose any upgrade of the grid. Last but not least, this is an R&D and manufacturing European technology. So even for, I believe, for our member states, there is a good opportunity to promote a technology that is indeed has a European history and future.
We have seen that several new European initiatives have already recognized in the various heat pumps technology, and specifically in gas absorption heat pump, the potential to address a significant reduction in energy consumption. New heat pump heating systems are capable of achieving energy savings up to 50%. Most European countries already consider the heat pump as the next step after the condensing boiler in achieving higher efficiency in new buildings. The principle of absorption thermodynamics has been known since the late 1800s, but the potential for new development gas absorption heat pumps technology is huge. Only few manufacturers and university research labs have recently investigated on this technology. The gas absorption technology has already reached an efficiency, a GUE, of 160%. Potential efficiency increase up to 190 and more are already possible with advanced cycle design. The research and development of gas absorption heat pumps technology offer the heating industry a unique opportunity for providing a significant energy saving in the European heating and domestic hot water market, providing a range of high efficiency products fitting into the real and most demanding marketplace, to help shifting the excess manufacturing capacity of the heating industry towards a high-tech industrial environment, creating highly qualified jobs and new proprietary core competence teams, and explore other significant possibilities offered by the same core-based absorption technology.
We have a vision as an association. We think that heat pumps should become one of the most prominent heating, cooling and hot water technologies for the future. And I'm glad that with the gas absorption heat pump, we get, as Mr. Schosser said, another child in the family that will help us cover additional segments of markets that we cannot cover up to now.
We will have to improve the efficiency not only in a specific point due to standard or to be comparable with competitors, but to improve the seasonal performance factor, which will be the main key factor to provide high efficiency and high renewable energy.
We are talking about total innovation, so it's a product that does not exist. So this is the real challenge for us, for me as a designer. What is important is that this has to be innovative but elegant. Also, it's something that has to be in line with the architecture.
There will be a competition between the electric heat pumps and this new, smaller capacity gas absorption heat pumps.
There it is complementary, and I do not see there a competition which is then unhealthy, I would say. Yeah? It's, in the beginning at least, it is complementary.
Has said the long-term target would be to reduce CO2 by 80 to 95%. And I believe that the technologies we've discussed so far are part of the solution to increase energy efficiency and to reduce CO2 emissions and cooling. They estimate the potential of heat pumps is major and will grow over the next few years.
In such a framework, a number of calls have been launched. HEAT4U has been very successful, as it was mentioned, and it is, let's say, dealing with the challenge of existing buildings and the integration of renewables.
At Enea, we have activities on simulation, especially on absorption machines, where we developed calculation codes on stationary simulation that allow us to calculate and size the individual components of our machines, which are usually...
The role of heat pumps is definitely underestimated in all these graphs we have seen. I personally am sure that heat pumps will have a great future.
We have excellent products. We have to go to the market directly right now with the products we have, because they are already competitive, at least in very good applications. But in the back, our competing technologies are not sleeping either. So if we want to enlarge our market share in the next 10 years, we must have something in the pocket for the next generation.
Looking at 2050, from our study, which was made by comparing a lot of data, the situation is completely different. And if we want to reach our targets of reducing the CO2 emission by 80%, you could see, not non-surprisingly, but I think it's a good news for you, that the gas heat pumps have a quite important share in our previsions, 17% in 2050. And we think that without gas heat pump, it will not be possible to reach this target.
Looking at the heating and cooling demand, then we see that the heat demand in the housing and commercial sector is decreasing because buildings are highly insulated, and I think there is a very good opportunity for smaller driven heat pumps.
Why UK should be involved or push the development of gas heat pumps?
Peak electricity is a problem. And the second one was the roadmap to deliver that particular solution. So I left you hanging with, by 2030, we need to make a choice of, do we continue using gas and hope that we've got better technologies which are more efficient, or do we start to transition to alternative fuels? And in Great Britain, it's pretty much a choice of electricity or gas.
This heat pump is more for the existing building, for smaller application, I think from 5 to 70 kilowatt. If you make an analysis, you see that this is an element what you missed today in the range for heat pump. And that is very interesting for us, for the market, for the real existing building market, to have a product in this area.
Last week, French administration have announced that gas heat pumps are reference for white certificates, and so it will help a lot the gas heat pumps development in France.
Together we started an ambitious project. Once finished, it will lead to the official entry of a new technology in the field of residential heating. It will be a historical turning point. I'm sure you can easily understand how much the HEAT4U project is rewarding for me as an entrepreneur, but even more so as a citizen and as a man. We live in a time that calls us to, embrace bigger challenges and look at broader visions. We can build together a story whose plot is not only about business, but also about ethical view of labor, social responsibility for the benefit of society as a whole. So thank you for your participation, thank you for coming, and thank you for committing yourselves. Since you're going to shape opinions and synergies, you will certainly contribute to paving the way to this extraordinary innovation. Thank you very much.